So today's video is going to focus on a series of 3 articles, which I'm not going to read through them all, but I am going to give you my thoughts on the individual projects these cover. These are Marvel projects, but folks, you really enjoy my take on the MCU, even if you don't enjoy the MCU anymore, because I've gotten quite cynical. So you're going to want to tune in for this, because we're going to talk about the world of Wakanda moving forward in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Monkeys, roll the footage.
Oh, I like it.
Okay. All right, moving on. Hey.
You know, I talk about this all the time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe group in the comment sections, and continually get called a racist, a bigot, an istophobe. It's hilarious. I approached this video as somebody who is a big fan of Black Panther. I enjoyed the movie while acknowledging its many faults and flaws, because it's a heavily flawed movie, which makes everything surrounding the movie that much more humorous to me, because it's not some transcendent, movie that, broke a glass ceiling, shattered a glass ceiling, or, broke ground or new territory, or even did something that hadn't been done before, because we've had black superheroes well before Black Panther. Meanwhile, you have Wesley Snipes sitting back going, "Hi, I'm Blade. You remember me?" And nobody looked at Blade and was like, well, if you have functioning synapses, looked at Blade and was like, "Oh my God, this is so stunning and brave. It's a black vampire superhero movie. Oh my God." We were just like, yo, this is a badass character. Like, Wesley Snipes is a badass. This dude is literally, I never once looked at Blade and was like, this character's cool, but it would be so much cooler if he was white so I could actually identify with him. No. You're just looking at the character going, this movie's awesome. Like, the action is cool, the character's cool as fuck, like his line delivery's there.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I don't understand why. I mean, I understand the why now, that people are acting like Black Panther is some glass ceiling shattering, and we're going to go through a lot of the things that surrounded this movie, and as you can see, we're right here on Murphy's Multiverse, July 8th, 2022, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This is the sequel to Black Panther. Okay, Chadwick Boseman tragically passed away, age 43, way too young, only 43 years old. He's gone. Okay, so you've lost the titular character right there, because they've dedicated themselves not to recasting this, and we're not gonna act like Screen Rant, who, as I bring up whenever we talk about Black Panther, or Screen Rant article on my live shows, the same Screen Rant who 2 hours after the death of Chadwick Boseman posted an article. They don't have the ability to read the room over there apparently, about who should replace Chadwick Boseman. So they're not going to recast him right now. Although I see it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe group on Facebook, which, oh my God. Marvel puts out a decent product in most cases. Just the normies and the sycophants just gobble it up. That's why these movies make as much money as they do. Every now and then a movie will come along that's great, like Infinity War, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. There's great movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then there's just like these, they're all pretty much cut and paste, paint by numbers, formulaic entries. It's, the Ant-Man movies are kind of like that. Cat Pan mediocre, was just poorly written, but they make $1 billion because, well, Marvel protects them. Like Captain Marvel, for instance, that was protected. The Rotten Tomatoes moving the goalposts, taking away the want to see feature. Every mainstream article, it was review bombed by incels and redneck trolls and misogynists. And same thing with Black Panther. If you didn't like Black Panther or fawn all over it when it came out, and kneel and say it was the greatest movie ever, you're a racist and you hate black people and you're afraid of characters that aren't white. It's like, you do know this character was created by Jewish people, right? This wasn't some black creation. And that's the disservice they're doing. You know, they trot Ryan Coogler out, who's a talented director. They trot him out like he created the fucking character. It's like, no, this is, you know, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, but, you know, please go on about how it's, you know, it's a black character, you know. No shit, it's a black character, but created by two Jewish guys. So don't break your arm jerking yourself off acting like this is some fucking groundbreaking thing. My whole point is this series, articles that I'm going to show you pointing out these Black Panther-centric projects centered around Wakanda. It makes no sense. Like, this is like killing Thor off and be like, well, we're just going to set our show in Asgard. If they killed Thor off, right? If they killed him off completely, do you think they would have an Asgard Forever show?
Shit. You serious?
Come the fuck on. Ryan Coogler came back to write and direct the sequel to one of Marvel Studios' most successful solo films to date, and fans are eager to see what's next for the King of Wakanda. He's dead.
That's...
What the fuck? Coogler certainly left some interesting threads hanging at the end of 2018's Black Panther. Jesus Christ.
Sure, Jan.
Well, he could pick up those and run with them. Fans seem desperate to see Namor introduced in the sequel.
He was a retard.
I don't even think they have the rights to Namor. I think he's still with Universal. Following the death of Chadwick Boseman, Marvel Studios decided not to recast the role of T'Challa and will instead focus on other characters from the world of Wakanda. That was somewhat confirmed in the movie's title, as disclosed in May 2021 in a Phase 4 trailer.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Yeah, so this is the cast. Tenoch Huerta as villain. I don't know if that's going to be Namor. Florence Kasumba as Io. Martin Freeman as Everett Ross. And Denai Guerrera as Okoye. Shuri, you know, Letitia Wright. I'm waiting for the articles to drop, blaming people like me for chasing Shuri off Letitia Wright off of social media. But if you remember, she was kind of red-pilled, and she questioned some things, and then the weirdos on Twitter harassed her and ran her off Twitter. So let's not put the cart before the horse there and blame people who aren't sycophants for chasing her off Twitter. That was the normal Twitter weirdos that cancel everybody who goes against the Hive Mind Collective.
Yes, every single thing I say offends them.
Who are you calling them?
So this is Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. I think this film's going to... I don't think it'll flop because I think they'll move the goalposts and they'll protect it like they did Black Panther. And
have you ever seen anything like this, Pat?
You know, it'll be Oscar nominated, and then if it doesn't win, they'll cry. You know, like when they nominated Black Panther for all those Oscars, I'm like, and we're going to get into that. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, this is not the fucking greatest thing since sliced bread. It's a fucking movie.
Want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts!
It happens to have a predominantly black cast. That is not the first time that's happened in the history of cinema. It's not the first time a black director has directed a movie. It's not the first time a black person has led a movie, or a superhero movie for that matter. It's such a ridiculous false narrative. You know, it's like a Trojan horse. It's like agenda disguised in the form of equity, as these critical race theory idiots like to say. But let's move on to the next article here. Next we have Okoye, played by Denai Guerrera, who I absolutely love in The Walking Dead. I thought she was fine as Okoye, but there's some stupid things that they have this character do that are just ridiculous. Like in Endgame, she just runs through and just destroys Corvus Glaive in like 2 seconds. Just Vision couldn't beat him, but Wakanda lady with a pointy fucking stick can. Like, what the fuck? Vision killed Ultron. So are you telling me that Corvus Glaive can mop the floor with Vision? All right? Vision can kill Ultron. So that means pointy stick lady from Wakanda can kill Ultron and Corvus Glaive just like that, no problem. I love it. You guys are doing great work. I'll drink to that. Keep on peddling whatever you're peddling, because the smooth brains are just gobbling it right up. Like, who wants to see a show about Okoye? Like, you can't honestly tell me that there isn't a huge audience clamoring for a show about Okoye. Like, I get it. Denai Guerrera, beautiful woman, talented actress. But, like, her character's... I'm sorry, the character's fucking... It's kind of stupid.
Okay, now, to be fair.
To be fair.
In the scene in the casino, all right, you've got guys with handguns. She calls guns primitive. Bitch, you have a spear. Like, you have I don't care if it's vibranium, if it's your MacGuffin weapon. I don't care. It's just funny. Like, you do realize that this whole concept is like, I get what you're doing, Marvel. I get what you're doing. It's like you honey-dicked everybody for 11 years with great stories, and now it's like, bam, woke as fuck. And I don't say that lightly, because I'm one of the main people who's calling out dog whistles for shit that's woke. But I mean, there's a clear and present ideology behind this all new, all stunning and brave Marvel. I mean, and yeah, a lot of these characters have been around, but you're trying to make, like, these aren't even like D-list. These are like F-list characters into main fucking characters now. Like, all these post-2014 characters like America Chavez and Miss Marvel that literally, Riri Williams, Ironheart, you're going to put these all in the forefront, and you're literally going to chase away your bread and butter audience. Like I said, you'll have these new weirdos that don't spend money, that'll defend you on social media, but won't pay money to see your movies. So this says, in late May 2021, in the unlikeliest of places, a trade report focusing on Hollywood's top 100 attorneys for 2021, there's a reference to an Okoye series being developed over at Marvel Studios, supposedly focusing on her origin story. Since its proper introduction in 2018's Black Panther, Wakanda always felt like it had appeal to allow or further exploration through movies or TV series.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Chadwick Boseman's passing might have fast-tracked a few spin-offs, so it comes with a little surprise that Okoye, one of the most beloved characters emerging from the world of Black Panther, has been chosen as one of the faces that Marvel will be focusing on. Oh my God. Cast Denai Guerrera's Okoye. That's the only thing that they have. I think this is... I'm sorry. Like I said, I love Denai Guerrera, but this is a fucking joke. Like, you have literally got to be kidding me. They're really, really reaching, ways to make this all new, all stunning, all brave Marvel. God, are you kidding me? Like, you do realize that nobody's clamoring for an Okoye series, right? Like, maybe like 10 or 15 people, but that's it. Like, oh my God. Next we move on, this is still over at Murphy's Multiverse, to an untitled Wakanda series. What kind of shit is this?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Like, what the fuck? So we're going to have a Wakanda Forever movie, okay? It's going to focus on Wakanda and Wakanda, who's going to be the new king of fucking Wakanda, probably Shuri. And it happens to be, but here's Shuri right here. She's basically built like this, but she's going to be the king of Wakanda and the new Black Panther, and she's intimidating because she's like 80 pounds, right?
I've been looking forward to this.
But vibranium, ooh, I mean, come on. Let the story kind of fade into the back. Oh, we can't. It's an all-black IP. We can't do that. We're all stunning and all brave. And like I said, I love the fucking character. I just, the bullshit and the propaganda surrounding this, that it's some like groundbreaking thing. This is just to the point of parody now. It's so ridiculous. So this, in February 2021, Ryan Coogler signed a multi-year deal at Disney TV, because of course he did, to develop original content. First among Coogler's project is a Disney Plus series set in Wakanda. Yeah, this is pretty much going to be a D+ series, all right. That should be its fucking grade. Coogler did a ton of world building while developing Black Panther, and while there are no details on what to expect from the series yet, it's safe to say it spun out of the director's early work on the first film, much in the same way George Lucas' early work on Star Wars spawned a dozen projects outside the original film. Oh, that's a false equivalency. Oh my God. You're literally going to try to compare the world building of George Lucas to the world building of Ryan Coogler in Black Panther.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Wow, there are so many things wrong with that false equivalency. It just makes my bald head spin.
Fuck that puto.
It's hilarious. Like I said, this is Disney. Like I said, who knows if the Okoye series or this Wakanda series will ever see the light of day. If it was a normal show, I would say I'd probably get stuck in development hell. But given the nature of the all-new, all-stunning, all-brave MCU, I could see these getting fast-tracked just because they're like, representation. Like it wasn't there already. But, you know, they'll you know, and this is the thing is they try to make like Ryan Coogler is like the creator of these. They kind of act like that because it's the image they want to project. It's performative virtue signaling, and that's the point of this entire video. This is all performative virtue signaling on behalf of Disney, $1 billion global corporation that you would think only cares about profit, but you know they try to thinly veil their greed behind the veil of representation and equality. It's equitable behavior. All new, all stunning, all brave. It's like we had too many white men as heroes. Like what? Nobody cared about the color of these heroes. That's the thing with good writing though, but we'll talk about that. We're gonna wrap this up. Let's talk about it. So do I personally think that the MCU needs 3 to 4 more Black Panther entries? No, I don't. I think it's a pathetic cash grab. I think it's a sad attempt at keeping something alive that had a lot of potential, and no pun intended, but just dragging the corpse of this IP, along to try to make some more money is ridiculous and shameful, and it goes against what I think the legacy of Chadwick Boseman should be. Do fans want more Black Panther? Yeah, but they wanted it with Chadwick Boseman, not the C and D list characters. Oh, we're gonna keep the world of Wakanda alive. Either this is the thing right now, and I was against recasting. Either recast the character, or just basically fuck off with all this shit. Just fuck off with it. Just stop acting like you're doing this and it's this heartfelt tribute to Chadwick and his legacy. No, it's a fucking cash grab. It is a fucking cash grab, and you're playing off people's emotions, and you're going to insulate it from criticism and say, like people like me who are saying, oh, this is a cash grab. We all know it. We all see it. You're going to be like, oh, you're just racist and you don't like black heroes and you don't think black heroes should lead. It's like, no, you fucking morons. Go in my office. There's a fucking Black Panther movie poster hanging up in there. I defend the fucking movie. And that's the thing, is like, I enjoyed it. I know it's flawed. It is very flawed. And I laugh when people are like, Killmonger was one of the best MCU villains. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, did you actually see the movie? Did you see the fight scenes? How bad the CGI? The CGI looks like the Nintendo 64 graphics that I play pretty much every chance I get. I play in No Mercy, and I don't play on a computer. No, I play on a Nintendo 64 from the 90s. That's what I play on. I don't. So I know these graphics. Those are Nintendo 64, like PlayStation 1 graphics on that fucking fight scene in the end. No, the CG was shit. The fight choreography, meh at best. I don't know. Like I said, but I enjoyed the movie because Chadwick Boseman, him is the character. But literally look at him in that movie compared to him in his other MCU appearances, and he's literally better in every other appearance outside of his own movie than especially Civil War. He was way better in Civil War than he was in his own movie. You tell me how that happened. Maybe Ryan Coogler's not all that, at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, I'm probably going to get called a racist and an istophobe for this, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. This is just how I feel about this. Like I said, and I say this is somebody who loves the damn movie. But we don't need 3 more projects dragging this fucking world through the mud just so Disney can make a little extra coin off the corpse of Chadwick Boseman's world that it was based around his character Black Panther. And just do us all a favor and stop acting like you're so virtuous for doing this, Disney, because you're not. You're not doing this out of the goodness of your heart. You're doing this out of the emptiness of your wallet after the pandemic, because your parks were shut down, your movies were all pushed back. We know what you're doing, Disney. We see what you're doing with Marvel and the MCU. We see the kind of people you want to attract. So, yeah, that being said, I'm out. Catch me tonight on Rogue Squadron with the Rogues, you know it. Wednesday, going Rogue, 8:30. Angelus Draven will be joining Tony and myself, probably another guest too, to be announced. You'll have another video tomorrow. This weekend, I'll be releasing the Prodigal Son finale review. Finally, myself and Nano Reaper are going to sit down and go over that. Also, we've got a lot more in the works, a lot more 80s stuff. A lot more reviews. Batwoman will be back next Sunday night, so Monday we'll have a Batwoman video. The morning show this Thursday. It's all here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 688. Let's get through 700, man. Let's get through 700 by the end of this week. We need 12 subscribers. Share the videos. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm Etepo Kuina, the place to be reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's better to burn out than fade away.